The Biden administration right now is basically threatening Israel that it is considering recognizing a Palestinian state after Israel's war in Gaza. Yes, Biden is threatening Israel. What's the threat? I imagine it's something like this. Follow our orders on how to end this war, or follow our orders on making a horrific deal with the Hamas Nazi devil to free our captives in Gaza, or else. Or else what? Or else they will automatically create a state called Palestine, despite Israel's tremendous objection. It's a horrendous, dangerous threat. This is in addition to the UK making the same exact threat. Understand, the US and the UK are supposed to be Israel's biggest allies. As the saying goes, with friends like these, who needs enemies? Secretary of State Blinken even said recently that the creation of a Palestinian state is necessary for Israel's security. I repeat, necessary. Not only is that insane, it is outright evil, totally ignoring reality. The creation of a state called Palestine will be an existential danger to all Israelis. It won't help Israel's security. It will endanger us all. Even a majority of leftists in Israel, who once supported the creation of a state called Palestine, are against it today. A recent survey found that 74% of Israel's general population, including Israeli Arabs, who are 20% of Israel's population, are against the creation of a state called Palestine. Meaning, the percentage of Israeli Jews today against the two-state delusion is much higher than 74%. Yes, I said the two-state delusion and not solution because it is not a solution. And it never was a solution. To be a solution, it must solve a problem, right? That's a solution. Well, our problem here is that we have an Arab Muslim Nazi population that wants to kill Jews and destroy the Jewish state of Israel. They have been doing this for over 100 years, killing us even before the Jewish state of Israel was created in 1948. And ever since, they've been trying to kill us and destroy the Jewish state of Israel. I'm just reminding everyone that Jews lived in Gaza. Yes, Gaza before 1929. I said 1929. But the Jews had to run away from Gaza because Arab Muslims were attacking and mutilating Jews across the country, and it was unsafe for Jews to continue living in Gaza. So they ran away. That was before 1929. The Gaza Arabs back then weren't killing the Jews because of settlements or an occupation or any one of the other horrendous PR lies, because the Jewish state of Israel didn't even exist. Those Arab Muslim Nazis were attacking and killing us Jews because they were Jews, same as today. That is why the Biden administration's plan to give those genocidal Arab Muslim Nazis a state called Palestine will not solve the problem. It will exacerbate the problem, rewarding them for their genocidal ways and empowering them to continue killing us without fear of punishment from the Western enlightened world that believes in all these great values. They just massacred the most Jews since the Holocaust, and the United States government and the UK want to reward our Arab Muslim Nazis by creating a terrorist state called Palestine, empowering them to kill more Jews, knowing that the world won't stop them? That isn't even insane. That is outright evil. Our biggest allies, the United States government, the Biden administration, and the UK are now a danger to Israel. Yes, the Biden administration, by threatening to recognize a Palestinian state, is a danger to Israel and to all of our Jewish lives in Israel, because it empowers our Arab Muslim Nazi enemies to keep on killing us with no fear of consequence. Now we can better understand the tremendous pressure Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu is under. On the one hand, our biggest ally, the United States government, is threatening to further empower our enemies. And in addition, Prime Minister Netanyahu also has to deal with a weak military and intelligence leadership, including our defense minister and two former chief of staffs who are on the war cabinet, right, making the decisions about the war, who are all basically taking orders from the Biden administration to talk about the day after the war. Now, instead of listening to the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, who understands that all talk about the day after the war is a dangerous trap by the Biden administration, who wants to create a Palestinian state. And Netanyahu has to walk a tightrope to not piss off the Americans too much, who at any moment can stop supplying us with weapons or withhold their veto at the United Nations Security Council in order to make sure we toe the line. It is under these conditions that we are trying to win a war to save our lives and protect Israelis so that on October 7th never happens again and to stop their terror forever. This is a tremendously hard challenge for Netanyahu and his government to have to deal with. Hence, Netanyahu knows that the best way to protect Israelis is to push off talking about the war by all these people are saying we have to give it to the Arabs, Arab self-rule, Palestinian state, until after the war is truly won, and it will take a long time until we totally destroy Hamas and its whole territorial infrastructure in Gaza, pushing off any reason to talk about the day after and those disastrous plans the Biden administration is trying to pressure us to do. Because talking about that today is a trap that will bring tremendous pressure on Israel to accept the reality of a world that recognizes a terrorist state called Palestine, despite the fact that Israeli society is totally against it, understanding that it is an existential danger to our lives and to Israel's existence. So the squeeze is on, folks. The Biden administration is a true danger to our lives, and we all must wake up to this reality and scream it to the high heavens. And the most infuriating aspect of this whole situation is that the United States is putting pressure on Israel, but it's not putting pressure or threatening Hamas or Qatar or Egypt or Iran about freeing our captives or surrendering. No, they're not doing that to the evil Nazi Muslim enemies. No, they are only threatening Israel. Understand, folks, despite it all, we, the Jewish people, we will win this war and overcome all these challenges. Ultimately, it is God above who is looking after us, and we will win. So pray and be positive. Our holy IDF soldiers are right now fighting this evil war, and they're winning in Gaza, and we will win, overcoming it all. Am Yisrael Chai, folks. And if you are not yet a subscriber to my Pulse of Israel videos for the inspiring, politically incorrect truth about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, and this affects all of us because, yes, I'm talking about your countries, your administrations, that at the basis their thinking is evil and bad, it endangers your lives. We here in the beautiful ancestral homeland of the Jewish people, the land of Israel, the Judean hills, we're on the front line for all of you. So follow me and have everyone else follow me. And if you're on Instagram and not following me yet, just follow. Click on the button. Shalom, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.